Hello, welcome to this wonderful reading. I'm Zoe Alex, welcome. In this reading, I'm going to provide you is that basically this is for Aquarius. Now, this is going to be for Aquarius for February. Well, I'll say February the 6th to the 12th of 2025. Now, in this reading for Aquarius, I'm going to say something about Aquarius, okay? Whenever you are Aquarius man, you're different, okay? If you're Aquarius woman, whether you seem to be that, it's the way of how it goes. Because unnecessary, this is a very interesting feeling because a Aquarius woman needs to be acting like she's not going to be being immature or whatever it is, right? There's a lesson behind this, and every time that there's a lesson, there is action, there is a manipulation, or there is a mistake, whatever it is. And we all go through mistakes, and then we have lessons to be on them, right? That's what it seems to be. Now, when you have all these crazy moments and have all these bizarre, how it is, you have to think about, okay, well, this is the way it goes, right? Now, Aquarius woman, if she is, it's basically on how she's feeling, how she's acting, how she's going to do that. And whether if you live with if you live with a roommate, if you live with your parents, if you live with your grandparents, whatever it is, and you need to get along, right? But when Aquarius woman likes to be, immature enough, and she doesn't, you know, whatever, then it's like it's her choice because she has to believe about what's going on through her own situations. That's why this is not a petty gritty situation. It's not. But you have to think about the five W's is who, what, where, when, why in that situation. Because you know why? It seems to be that. And when Aquarius woman acts like, oh well, she's not being immature, or she's not. Well, basically think about it this way. Think about how a Aquarius woman needs to be acting, where she needs to be all kind and all wonderful and how beautiful she is, whatever it is. But when she's acting like all different, that's when the immature comes in. Okay? Because there's a difference. There are two differences: immature and mature. Immature means that you have a lack of confidence, lack of emotions, lack of everything. Mature means you're being kind, you're having wisdom, you have, how it is. And that's what it's going to be. But the way of how this is, and the way of how it goes, you need to express on how you're feeling. Express about how things are in that mobility, that system, that the way how it goes. This is not a science, this is not how it is. But you need to understand that, right? Because you have to go with the flow. There's no like a silver lining in this picture. It's not. But that's the scene to be. So, the way of how this is, and the way of how it's going to be, this is the way it's going to be. So, I'm going to read you an oracle card. It says success. I know that there is no greater goal than to love. Success is a beautiful thing where you have success, right? Now, picture it. Picture about having Aquarius woman in your life, and let's say she's being immature. Now, success doesn't feel like she's being immature, okay? There's a difference, okay? If she's mature enough, she has success. But when she's immature, she doesn't have that success, right? Because it's the mind of her own, where she's feeling, where she's acting, where she can do it, but that's what it is. Now, think about this as a very significant way of how you can do it, right? This is the way it goes, where it's going to affect that situation and saying, okay, well, this is the way it goes, where, okay, I got this. But do you really have it? Do you have it to be like, okay, well, I have success, I have the feelings that I want or need or do. That's the way it goes. But when a Aquarius woman who's affecting this, and she's not feeling so good, and she's, whatever she's doing, it's like, why would she act to be like, oh, I'm not immature? But think about, she is being immature. I don't know what the cards are going to say here as the tarot, but you never know, right? So that's what I'm saying, is that you need to understand that how you can express yourself in the ways of how I'm going to interpret this whole entire reading for you all. That's what it seems to be, okay? So think about the word success, okay? That's the way it goes. Now, this is the way it seems to be, and knowing that this is the way of how it goes, you have to know that you can do that as long as it needs to be, right? So you need to understand about how you can express your own feelings, express on how you want, the needs, the ways of how you can do it, and say, well, alright, this is the way of how I can assume this situation, because this is the way it goes, right? So you have to think about how it's going to be, and think that, okay, well, this is the way it seems to be, right? Because now you have to emphasize your own feelings, your own wants, and your own way of saying, okay, well, I know what to do, but then this is the way it goes. So I'm going to look at where this reading is going to go from the left side to the right side, and we're going to clarify in the middle, okay? That's the way it goes. So that's the way it happens, and that's the way it seems to be, right? So this is the way it goes. So here we go. So basically the point being is that you have the Queen of Wands reversed. There is something that there is no charisma in this situation. There's not. But on the right side you have positivity. So you could be dealing with another Leo as a fire sign, okay? Positivity is a good, strong effect, but I'm talking about Aquarius women here, okay? Where if you're Aquarius woman, you understand this. If you're Aquarius guy, you will figure it out. That's what it seems to be. But in this moment of time, whether it seems to be good or bad, you have to know what are the consequences, what are the way of how it is, right? So you have to understand about how it seems to be, right? You have to go with the flow. You have to know where you're going to do it, and you think that, all right, well, I got this. So I'm going to be looking at the way of how this is going to be, where I'll be looking at the left side first. Going to do a 3-card reading for that. Then I'm going to look at the right side, do a 3-card reading of that as well. So let's see how this is going to go. So let's see. And let's see how this is. So let me look at this Queen of Wands. So the 6 of Swords reversed, there's no movement. The 7 of Swords reversed, there's no deceit. But the 10 of Swords is upright. So she's basically, as the Aquarius woman here that I'm talking about, she's having all these conclusions. Like she's saying why I got this, why I need to intervene, why I need to do things, right? And that's why she's having conclusions. You know, do you ever get the feeling when you have conclusions? You do, right? That's why this reading is going to go for. Because when you have the 6 of Swords reversed, there's no movement, right? It's like being in bed. You're staying in bed, you have no movement because you have no energy. You have low energy, you have low stamina, you have things that you need to accomplish, whatever it is. But you know, take it as this like a grain of salt. You know, everything is a bit bitter, right? That's the way it goes. And that's what it seems to be. Now I'm going to clarify the Sun card on the right side. So you have the Ace of Cups reversed, the 8 of Pentacles is upright, followed by the Hierophant reversed. So it means that you have no guidance. You have no guidance, right? But then the 8 of Pentacles is upright because you're thinking about, you know, more of your career. You want things to happen in a way of how you can do it. But then you get the feeling. You get the feeling and say, well, this is not true. This is how, you know, embarrassing it is. So you have to think about what's happening in the way of how you can do it in order to identify what you're looking for, you know. But this is what's going on for Aquarius women. So now I'm going to clarify the middle. Let's see who's in the middle. So 3 of Pentacles reversed. There is no excitement here. There is no excitement because she's not feeling excited, right? And she's thinking, oh, why me, why me, why me, and she's doing that because this is not going her way, right? So when she has, as what's going to be happening as cause and effect emotions, that's the way it seems to be. So I'm going to clarify this Three of Pentacles, and I'll do a 3-card reading of that. So let's see. So the Queen of Cups reversed, so there's no empathy. The Emperor is upright, and the Six of Wands is upright. So basically, you have the Emperor is upright because you have structure. That's the way it goes, right? Now, you have the Six of Wands is upright, where you have celebration. Right now, you're saying, "Yay, I'm going to celebrate." But then, why are you celebrating? Why? Because you're not doing nothing? No. That's the way it goes. That's why this is a very interesting reading. Okay, it is very interesting. Because now you have to think about, well, this is the way it goes. This is between, how you can do it, and you have to believe on what's happening. Because, I always say this, and I will say it again. Seeing is believing. Believing is seeing. Right? And you have to believe in that. So it's like that's the way it goes. So let's see. So I'm going to clarify, and I'm going to try to not make a big reading, but I will, because this is the way it goes. So let's see. So I'm going to clarify. I'm going to clear the middle, from the middle here to the left side, and then I'm going to clarify from the middle to the right. So you have the Queen of Cups is upright, so there's empathy. Six of Pentacles reversed, so you're not having kindness. No. The Tower is upright, so there's transformation. Those reversed, there's no decisions. But then the Fool is upright because there's change. Yes, so you have the Tower moment. You have the Fool because now you have transformation. You have change. Everything's changing. The Six of Pentacles reversed because there's no kindness. So she's not being kind. She's being unkind, right? And when she has it, she thinks, okay, well, she has empathy. There's two sides of the story here. One makes sense, one doesn't make sense, right? That's the way it looks. But then when Aquarius Women is acting like this, it's like she's saying, why I'm doing this? Do I have time to be nice? No, because you are being like, how you can try to interpret, right? That's the way it goes, where when you have the Six of Pentacles reversed, it means that you have no kindness. Nothing. Because why would you be kind to somebody, for example, and you're being all kind, and you're being all whatever, and you're acting all girly, whatever it is, and you're being all kind. Why would you have discipline, and you are determining that you're being basically unkind the next day, right? That's what I'm looking for here. Because why are all the possibilities are out there? That's the question. I'm giving my question to you, so you can put it down below in the description box when you get a chance to. Okay? Because that's what it seems to be. You need to understand what you're looking for, but you have to, based on that, how you can do it, right? So that's what on the left side is. On the right side, I'm going to clarify. The Judgment reverse, followed by the Knight of Cups is upright, followed by the Ten of Swords is upright. Now look at this. When you have the Ten of Swords here, you have conclusions on the right side. You have conclusions on the left side, earlier when I clarified that card. But then you have the Judgment reverse because you're not taking action. There's no action here. There's nothing. But then you have the Knight of Cups is upright because you have romance. Okay, well, let's say, the way it goes where, Aquarius Women, she's all acting a romance. Maybe she's being like that because the way of how she's acting, right? Because she's acting all girly, and I'll say that. Because in that way, she needs to figure out what's happening around that situation. This is why I'm doing a reading, because That's what it seems to be, right? That's the way it goes. So I'll do the same thing. I'll go from the middle to the left, and then I'm going to clarify from the middle to the right. So let's see. The sun reversed, so there's negativity. The word reversed, there's incompletion. The King of Cups is upright, there's support. Wheel of Fortune reversed, you're having bad luck. And the Knight of Cups is upright. So, because you're having romance. See, when you're having bad luck, when you have negativity, that's the way it goes. You have incompletion. You know, there was something wrong with you. You know, there was something that was building your intention, right? Now, Aquarius woman, she has support. Yeah, I have support. But then what's the issue? What's the issue when you have negativity? You're not having support. Well, you do have support, but you're getting bad luck. That's the way it goes. When you're having bad luck, and when you have incompletion, negativity, it draws into that cycle. Because you're born to be having positivity. You were born about this. Not to be born and being all mean and nasty and, you know, you're acting all rude and whatever it is. It's not working out. So you have to understand that what I'm saying, because that's the way it goes, where you need to have that perception. Perceive with your own attributes, your own feelings, your own wants, your own needs. But then why would you have negativity? Now Aquarius woman, she will have negativity because it's drawn to that affection. Because she doesn't want to be having negative. She doesn't want to be like that. But when she's acting to be like this, what's the point? What's the point when you have negativity and all you get is basically, you know, the King of Cups that represents support here? Like, why? What's the issue around that way, right? Are you stupid? No. But that's what I'm trying to get at here, right? What's on the right side here? The King of Pentacles reversed, the Devil reversed, the Page of Wands reversed, but the Seven of Cups is upright. So basically you have a delusion. You're acting all girly because you are, right? And you know why I'm saying this? Because look at this picture here. She's sitting there on the sofa, you know, on the chair, and she doesn't know what to do. She's thinking. She's thinking what to do, and when she has all this, you know, delusion and everything else, she's having a deja vu moment. Like she's acting to be all nice one day, then she's acting all mean by the other day. I have seen it. You know, I have seen it, what's going on through that situation, because that's the way it goes, because you have to understand, it's like, well, this is the way it goes, but how I can reflect of this situation. You know, that's the way it goes, where you have to have this ability from the right and wrong perspective. That's what I'm getting here, you know. That's the way it goes. But I still need to clarify about the middle card. So let's see. Let's see what's going on. So let me clarify from the middle towards the right, or towards the left, I mean, and then the middle to the right. So King Pentacles is upright, Six of Wands is upright, followed by the Eight of Pentacles is upright, followed by the King of Wands reversed, followed by the Justice is upright. So she's telling the truth. Yes, she is telling the truth, because she's in a negative spot, right? Because she doesn't know what to do, and she thinks, okay, well, I know what to do, I know how I can do it, but then what's the issue? Because what? If she wants to have the King of Pentacles, she wants to be a working person. Yeah, she could be, but when she's acting like where she wants to have celebration, she wants things to happen her way, why would she be acting like, I'm unkind? You know, stay away from me. You know, you know, and I'm acting like that. Okay, that's how I'm acting. Okay, But that's what it seems to be. Because she's acting like that, you know? And when she's acting, she doesn't get to what she needs to be. She wants to move forward. Yeah, sure. But what's the holdup? You know? No one's not going to nobody's not going to hold your hand and walk you down the street. No. You have to show your independence. From the right and wrong perspective, that's all you can do. So that's what it seems to be, right? She thinks that she's going to have a celebration, but why? That's the way it goes. On the right side, let's see. The Five of Cups reversed, so there's no grief. Chariot is upright, there's progress. Two of Pentacles reversed, there is unbalance. So everything is unbalancing. That's the way it goes. What's opposite with that card, please? The Five of Wands reversed, there's no chaos. But the Seven of Wands is upright because she's feeling resilience. Yeah, that's what she's looking for. Because based on that, how she can be underlying on how her feelings are, that's the way it goes. Because you have to think, okay, well, this is the way it goes, where I need to be improving myself wisely, and then you think, okay, well, this is the way it needs to be, right? That's the way it is. So you have to think about what's going on, is you have to know from that. Is if she's acting to be an inner child, or she's acting like she's not being whatever she's being, then what's the problem? And Aquarius women, well, when she's acting to be all of this, why would she keep doing this? Like, is there something wrong with her? So let me clarify. Let me clarify from the middle to the left, and then the middle to the right. So let's see. Excuse me. So let me clarify. So the King of Swords is upright, alright. Star reversed. Ten of Cups reversed, wow. Queen of Swords reversed. Nine of Swords reversed. So there is no trauma in this situation. There's no, the Ten of Cups reversed, there's incompletion here. There's no inspiration. There's nothing here. The King of Swords does represent Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Does represent that, but that's the way it goes, right? Now between the four reverse cards here on the left side, I'm going to clarify by one card. Ace of Pentacles reversed, but followed by the Queen of Wands is upright. So she could be dealing with another Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. So she'd be dealing with that. Because, things will go out of place, or that's the way it goes. But I'm still going to clarify the Queen of Wands. The Lovers is upright, followed by the Two of Swords reversed, followed by the Four of Pentacles is upright. So she basically wants money. Maybe she wants to do that because, well, she doesn't be acting to be immature. I don't know why. But then the Lovers is upright where she has decisions. That's the way it goes. Or that's the way it happens, right? Now, on the right side, I'm going to clarify that. So the Five of Swords reversed, there's no conflict. The Three of Pentacles reversed, there's no excitement. Knight of Wands reversed. Ace of Wands is upright, there's new beginnings here. Seven of Wands reversed, there's no deceit. The Moon is upright, there's misrotations. Knight of Swords is upright, there's drama. Yes, it is. Four of Wands reversed, there's no excitement. But the Four of Swords is upright, there is basically the Four of Wands reversed, there is no celebration, I'm just going to say that. But the Four of Swords is upright, there's recuperation. Yeah, she's resting, she doesn't want to have that. The Knight of Swords is upright where she's having drama in her life, because that's the way it goes, right? When she has that, it's the ability from the right and wrong perspective, and she thinks, well, why I need to do this? Why I'm acting like this? Why I need to... Because she doesn't get what she wants. She gets what she wants because she wants to do something. She wants to have the ability from the way that she's going to act upon it. She wants to be who she is. And when she has success, yes, she has the ability to do that. But how would that be satisfying? That's the way it goes, because you need to figure out what's going on. So what's in the middle here? I'm going to clarify that. Wheel of Fortune's upright. So she's going to have good luck on her side. Not right now, but because she's in negativity. That's the way it goes. I'm going to clarify that Wheel of Fortune. The High Priestess reversed, followed by the Hermit reversed. So there's no solitude. She's not looking for a soulmate, because she already has one. The Lovers is upright, where she's going to make decisions. That's the way it goes. That's the way it goes. That's the way it happens. Because on the left side she has decisions, on the middle side she has decisions. That's the way it goes. She has all these decisions because that's the way it is, right? That's the way she's trying to figure things out. And she's thinking, okay, well, I want to do it, but then don't know what to do. So let's see. What's this Lovers is? So the Star is upright. There's inspiration. The Justice is upright, where she's telling the truth. The Moon is upright. There's misrotations. The Hangman is upright because she has restrictions. That's what she does. She's having restrictions because she's restricted, where she wants to do something but she can't do it. Unless she wants to do it by herself, then she's going to admit that. That's the way it goes, right? What's on the opposite side? The Magician is upright. There is a skill. The High Priestess reversed. There's no inner voice. The Hierophant reversed. There's no guidance. The Death card reversed. There's no endings. But the World is upright. There's completion. Yes, everything seems to be completed. That's the way it goes, because you need to understand the way of how you feel, the way how you act, the way how you can have certainty, and how you can reflect your own emotions. That's the way it goes, because you have to be wisely of how things are, and you're thinking, okay, well, this is the way it happens. And what's in the middle? And you have the Nine of Pentacles reversed. Yeah, so there is no comfort here. So she's being uncomfortable, because that's the way of how she acts, and ability from that standpoint of how it goes. So let me see what the universe is saying. Then I'm going to read you the enchanted map for the end of the reading. So let's see. So let me go from the middle to the left and the middle to the right. So the Star is upright, there's inspiration. Ten of Cups upright, there's completion. Page of Wands reversed, there's no invention. The Devil reversed, there's no obsession. The Knight of Wands reversed, there's no fear. The High Priestess reversed, there's no inner voice. Ace of Cups is upright, there's satisfaction. I just said that earlier, but now it pops up. So it is basically she's having satisfaction because everything is satisfied. Because she's in a negative mood and she doesn't like this, and in the way how she's acting, it's the pressure point of what she's doing. She's having basically a cycle. I don't know if women have a cycle like that, but if it is, it's basically how it seems to be, where everything's like affecting her, and she's thinking, well, forget this, I'm out. And when she's trying to act like this, it's like, well, she's building up that inquiry of like, well, I got this, but then it's like, no, I don't. Who needs it? I don't care. That's what the Aquarius woman is acting like that. Because she's basically trying to say, I'm not being immature, but then it's like, I think my own words is like she is acting like to be immature, because she's not getting what she wants. She wants to do things on her own self. She wants to, don't let it go, whatever it is, but she doesn't care. She would care because she would, but it's her choice, right? That's what the Lovers is. She has choices. She wants decisions that she's doing. That's the way it goes. Then clarify the middle to the right. The Sun reversed, yeah, there's negativity. The Five of Wands is upright, there's chaos, yeah. Five of Pentacles is upright, there's insecurity. The Knight of Cups reversed, there's no romance. Exactly. The Hermit is upright, there's solitude. Yeah, so she was looking for a soulmate, but then she's not, because she's having solitude. She's having chaos, she's having negativity. That's the way it goes, right? Everything is drawn to her, where, okay, well, I'm in negativity. I don't like it, but that's the way it goes, right? Now, between the Ten of Cups and the Sun, I'm going to clarify that. The Sun wants reversed, there's no silence, but the Justice is upright because she's telling the truth. Yeah, she is telling the truth because she's in that negative spot. And when she's in negativity, that's the way it seems to be. That's the way it kind of puts that into that way of saying, well, this is untrue. This is the way it happens. Then when you do that, you think, okay, well, do I have grace? You don't. So let me see what the universe is saying for this truth. For Aquarius women. So let me do a 3-card reading. The Fool is upright, there's change. The Knight of Cups reversed, there is no fulfillment. Queen of Wands reversed, there's no charisma. Six of Cups reversed, there's no past. Page of Swords reversed, there's no education. Exactly. Page of Pentacles is upright, there's prospects. Yeah. The King of Swords reversed, or King of Cups reversed. It means no support. So she doesn't have no support because she's in negativity. And the Knight of Wands is upright. There's immaturity. I just said that. Like how I am a genius, eh? I'm not a baby genius. No, okay, forget it. That's me just being funny with you all. But this Knight of Wands is upright. See, I said this earlier. So when it's upright, it means immaturity. Right? If it's reversed, it's not immature. But she is being immaturity. That's the way it goes, right? And in this reading, it does make sense because when she's being immature, that's the way it looks at. Because she needs to be how she's going to react, and how she has discipline, and how she can do it. Because the way of how this is, the way of how you can do whatever you want to do, that's the way of how you can proceed and do things and say, well, this is the way it seems to be, right? So you need to figure out that when I say something about immaturity, and I didn't know if it was upright or reversed, it means when it's upright, it's immaturity. So she's being like she's immature. And this reading does make sense, because above all, it makes sense, right? So when she's saying, no, I'm not being immature, basically it is, because the reading does make sense, and Aquarius woman needs to act on it, whether she lives with a roommate or she doesn't, she needs to pay attention about what's happening around that situation, right? Because basically I'm telling the truth about this reading, because the way of how she's acting, it's basically that it seems to be that pressure point, and it makes sense where she needs to say, oh, well, I'm not being immature. It's like, no, you are being immature, and when you're being immature, it's like, that's the way it looks, because there is a lack of emotions and the way of how it looks, So I'm going to read you I'm going to read you a book that I have here, the Enchanted Map. I'm going to read you that, and I'm going to read you about this card. So it says the 35, education is reversed for number 35. So if it's reversed, I'll read it. If it's upright, then I will. But it's reversed. So it's reversed about the education part, and I'm going to be talking about this, about Aquarius women. So this is the way it goes. Here we go. Reverse, it says stubbornness and the desire to know it all and be right, no matter what, will not get you what you want, or it could be that you're afraid to be seen as someone who knows less than you're supposed to. Could you be flying through life by the seat of your pants, hoping no one will notice? You're skimming the surface of things. Life is filled with lessons, some bitter, some sweet. A strident lust for certainty will never bring you the wisdom you seek. Pretending to know more than you do won't make you wise. Be assured that not knowing is a magical place to be. All manner of mysteries are revealed. Be open. It is okay not to know. So basically it means that for a Aquarius woman who's acting to be immaturity, and she's acting to have stubbornness, that's the way it goes. That's the way she's going to be acting, because the way of this is, the way of how she's trying to be all civilized and everything else, she's having a negativity. She's having a bad day. She's having a bad reputation, And whenever she's saying, oh, it's not about me, I'm not being immature, whatever. No. Sweetheart, it means that you are being immature. And that's the way it goes. Because when you have immaturity, it makes sense. Because, you can't make a lie. No, I'm telling you the truth. Because you need to understand that. Because the way of how you feel, the way how you act, the way how you can do things is the way how it goes. Because, when you're being stubborn, when you're being whatever, when you're having immaturity, you're acting like that, And Aquarius women should be not acting to be like that. Because, this education card that I just read you about, the reversed, it means that you're already educated, but you're being stubbornness, And that's what Aquarius woman is, because she's trying to pay attention where it's all about her, nobody else, Whenever, that's the way it goes, right? Because when I have a Aquarius woman, and let's say, for example, she was my roommate, for example, she's being all nice. She's being all, how positivity is from one day and whatever it is. Now, when she's being like, where I'm not being immature, whatever it is the way of how she's feeling, where she is acting to be immature. Because I know that. I can read it, I can read her body language, her basically how she's feeling, how she's acting, when she has negative feelings, that's what she is, She's not going to get what she wants because she's in negativity, right? And that's why this whole entire reading that I'm telling you about does make sense. Because if you have Aquarius women in your life, whether if you live with Aquarius women, with your parents, or your grandmother, or your family, or, a roommate, whatever it is, you need to pay attention about what you're looking for. Because you have to, based on reality, based on how you feel, based on how you act, because upon that reason, you need to think, okay, well, why am I acting like this? Why I'm not doing this right? Am I doing this? Like, am I being stupid? No. The way of how it goes, where you need to figure out from how you can do it upon that reason. Because when you think about, oh, well, why I'm not being immature, why I'm not doing this, because you have to focus on your emotions, how is it going to affect you, everything else, And when I see it, I do see it, And that's what it means to be. So, before I let you go, pay attention about what's happening in this reading. Pay attention this reading happens to you, whether if you live with a roommate or not. But the way of how I'm trying to express this to you all, it makes sense, because this is the way it goes. where you need to figure it out on how you can do it. You know, life is magical. Life will bring you lots of things, but then when you're acting to be, you know, immaturity and everything else, and you're not going your way, and you're having negativity and whatever it is, you're not drawing the line. You're not drawing like having a, you know, a silver lining or anything like that. You're not. But the ability from that, you have to put things into perspective. That's all you can do. But that's what it is. So, this is the way it goes. This is the way it happens. This is the way of how it is. Because, you know, the way of how this seems to be, that's the way it goes. You need to understand that. The way how you feel, the way how you act, the way how you can do it, that's the way it seems to be. And you need to understand that. So, first things first is where you need to understand the way how you feel, and you need to understand of how it goes. So, I'm going to say this, is that I hope you all like this video. Please give a like. Please give a comment. And just so you know, that's the way it goes. Alright, so I hope everything goes well, and this is the way it happens. But thank you so much, and, you know, enjoy, and I'll see you next time. So thank you so much. Have a wonderful day to all, and I'll see you next time. Thank you, and bye for now. Thank you. Bye.